Aloha, my friends and car enthusiasts. Welcome back. This is the 20th edition of the GDM Car Show. In this edition, we will be looking at some of the latest arrivals to the GDM garage, and stay tuned after the show for the introduction of the Obsidian Mountain Big Rig Outlaws Roadmaster competition. Getting us started here at the car show, we have a Dodge van. This is a white recolor. The debut series was Hot Wheels Drift, produced in 2021 through the present date by designer Ryu Asada. Part of an ever-growing Hot Wheels race team, this 71 Dodge Ram van is equipped with a 360 cubic inch engine, 5.2-liter Magnum V8. And next on the showroom floor, we have the 2023 Nissan Z. Debut series was factory fresh, produced from 2022 through the present day, and your designer is Lindsay Lee. Here we have the Corvette Grand Sport Roadster, a replica of the Fast and Furious Corvette that they used in the Fast and Furious movies. Debut series was Hot Wheels Race Track Aces. First produced in 2015 and still produced. Designer is Brendan Vituski. Comes in a metal flake silver, and it has alternate version of black, red, and white. And here we have this very sexy Pagani Zonda R. Debut series was the Hot Wheels Exotics, first produced in 2022, and your designer is Sonny Fisher. The Pagani Zonda R is a track day only high-performance sports car developed by Pagani Automobili. The car uses a 6.0-liter Mercedes AMG M122 V12 mated to a 6-speed X-Track sequential manual transmission. And one of my favorite muscle cars here, 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. Debut series was factory fresh, first produced in 2018 and still currently produced. Designer is Brendan Vituski. Essentially a drag racer commissioned for the track and road use, Demon is a violently powerful car. It's a Hellcat on steroids. The 64 Nova Wagon Gasser. Debut series was the Hot Wheels Race Day, first produced in 2019 and still currently produced, designed by Brendan Vituski. And here we have another favorite muscle machine, 71 Plymouth GTX. Debut series was 2001 first editions, first produced in 2001 and still currently produced. Designer is Phil Ryleman. An upscaled version of the Belvedere, the Plymouth GTX, is the predecessor of the Roadrunner and was only in production for 4 years. And here we have a Tesla Model Y, this one painted in a midnight silver metallic. Debut series is the Hot Wheels Green Speed, brand new this year, designed by Lindsay Lee. Tesla Model Y is an all-electric compact crossover produced by Tesla since 2020. Here we have the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Debut series is the Hot Wheels Green Speed. First produced in 2021. Designer is Phil Ryleman. This one comes in a Metal Flake Mamba Green. The Porsche Taycan is an all-electric executive car produced by Porsche since 2019. The name Taycan roughly translates to lively young horse, in reference to the horse on Stuttgart's coat of arms in Porsche's logo. And here we have a very sexy BMW i8 Roadster. Debut series is the Hot Wheels ID Moving Forward. First produced in 2019 through the present day. Your designer is Phil Ryleman. And here we have a new color of the Mazda Ripu. Debut series was Hot Wheels Daredevils, produced in 2017 and currently produced. Designer is Jun Amai. This is a turquoise paint job, and this casting is based on the real truck owned by the New Zealand drifting racer Mad Mike Widett. The Bone Shaker, the origin of awesome. Debut series is 2006, first editions, and your designer is Larry Wood. A real-life version of the Bone Shaker was created by Action Vehicle Engineering in 2011. It is based on the Chevrolet Corvette C5 and features a 5.7-liter V8. Here's your 1984 Audi Sport Quattro in black. Debut series was the Baja Blazers, produced in 2019 through your present day. The designer is Dmitry Shakhmatov. The Sport Quattro is a Group B rally car designed to be lighter and with a shorter wheelbase than your normal Quattro models with 4x4 capabilities. And here is the brand new Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy. Debut series was the Hot Wheels ID Moving Forward, first produced in 2019 and through the present day. Your designer is Phil Ryleman. The Jaguar I-Pace was only produced twice. The original 2019 release and now making its return in 2023. The 2023 series will also be offered in white and Zamac exteriors. The Ford Mustang Coupe. This is a Matchbox Red Target exclusive model. Debut series Ford Mustangs and first produced by Matchbox in 2020. Here's the Corvette C7 Z06 convertible. This is a Dollar General exclusive. Debut series is factory fresh. First produced in 2018. Your designer is Mark Jones. Comes in a lime green paint. The 2023 release also comes in a red and a metal flake light brown. The lime green paint is the more exclusive version. And talk about fast and sexy. Here is your W Motors Lycan Hypersport, featured in the Fast and Furious series. Debut series Fast and Furious Fast Stars, first produced in 2021. Your designer is Mark Jones. The Lycan Hypersport is a highly exclusive supercar and is the first supercar to be designed and manufactured exclusively in the Middle East. The car was prominently featured in the movie Furious 7, and you can have one in your garage for as little as $3.4 million. Aloha race fans, I hope you enjoyed the car show, and we're about to take it up to the top of the mountain for some big rig racing. It is the introduction to the Obsidian Mountain Big Rig Outlaws Roadmaster competition. If you've been following my channel, you've likely seen some big rig exhibition racing here before. Now I've worked out a format for the big rigs, and this is how it works. First round, the rigs will face off in the best of 3 race, and the winners move on to round 2. In round 2, the rigs have to evade the police and be the first to cross the finish line. If even one police car crosses first, the rig will be seized and impounded for a duration. Rigs that do cross the finish line before the police will move on to the next round. In round 3, the remaining rigs will face off in a best of 3 until there are only 2 rigs left to face off in the finals. The winner of the finals will be the Obsidian Mountain Big Rig Outlaws Roadmaster. Let's get up to the top of the mountain and get this action started. Okay, first up we got Mac and Yellow versus the Bone Runner. Mac and Yellow's on the inside, taking the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corner, holding it together down Memorial Drive and around the Valley Turn. A little shimmy there before the finish line, and it's going to be Mac and Yellow taking that first win. Alright, they switched lanes. Bone Runner's on the inside, needs to tie it up here. Mac and Yellow takes the lead down the divided. Oh, Bone Runner puts a block on him down the pipeline and shuts him down at the top of Memorial Drive and steals that win, leaving Mac and Yellow jackknifed up at the top of the mountain. Well, up at the top of Memorial Drive. But Mac and Yellow did have the faster time, so he's back on the inside. And takes that lead down the pipeline. He's not giving Bone Runner a chance to throw another block on him. And across that finish line, Mac and Yellow first. Be moving on to round 2. Alright, here we got Rock and Roller on the inside and the Mad Ladder on the outside. One of the new additions to the tractor trailers here at Obsidian Mountain. And it's going to be all Rock and Roller all the way down the mountain for that win. Kept the Mad Ladder behind him, but the Mad Ladder's on the inside now. Quite the larger size compared to the Rock and Roller. Ooh, little slingshot of the rear end throws a block on Rock and Roller. And it's going to be the Mad Ladder tying it up there. And we're 1-1. Back to the top for the tiebreaker. Rock and Roller had the faster time. Down the divided straight they go. Mad Ladder has the lead, but it's going to be Rock and Roller taking it over down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. Whoa, they both get a little shimmy there at the top of Memorial Drive. And Mad Ladder is on his side and can't get across the finish line. Rock and Roller did, and he will be moving on. Alright, here we got Plum Crazy versus Green Manalishi. Green Manalishi's on the inside, takes the lead down the pipeline. That box is getting a little shaky on the back end there. Looked like he was about to lose it. Oh, and he does right there at the Valley Turn. And Plum Crazy slips on by. Alright, Plum Crazy's on the inside. Green Manalishi on the outside. Green Manalishi needs to keep it together and get across that finish line first if he wants to go into a tiebreaker. But it's Plum Crazy all the way through Calamity Corner down Memorial Drive. No problem crossing that finish line first. Alright, here we got one of my original tractor trailers, the Bluegrass. versus Big Red, but it's Big Red taking the lead down to Divided and holding it down the pipeline from the outside. Showing some speed there out of Big Red. Crossing the finish line in a 6:05. I don't think that was one of the fastest times, but he looked fast, at least against Bluegrass. And we switch lanes. Big Red's on the inside now. There's that speed down to Divided into the short 180 and down through Calamity Corner, down Memorial Drive, and it's all Big Red. And a better time there at a 5:82. Big Red will be moving on. Now we got the fuel haulers here, 2 tankers, Octane on the inside. He is actually my very first tractor trailer. Of course, we had to have fuel here at Obsidian Mountain for the races. And he knows how to get it to us in the 5.72, taking the first. And I did not see Dragon Slayer crossing the line. He might have made a stop up there for a Sammy. All right, and there goes Octane through Calamity Corner again, down Memorial Drive. The valley turns no problem for him as he crosses the finish line on a 5.60. And the Slayer is on his side. He has been slayed. It's Cops and Outlaw time. We got 2 interceptors on the outside, 1 enforcer behind the rig, and the first one down is Mac in yellow. Oh, and there's a cop got in front of him right there. Oh, but he wipes out. Mac in yellow takes back the lead, and he's going to cross the finish line and get away to make it into that next round, leaving 1 cop with its roof not to the sun. Same setup for Rock and Roller. 2 interceptors on the outside. He has to cross the finish line before any one of those cop cars do. Having a little problem there through Calamity Corner, but he manages to hang on. Causes one of the police cars to wreck. And he makes it across that finish line first. He'll be moving into that next round. That might be the same interceptor that wiped out the last time. All right, here we go. Plum Crazy's turn. Down the Divided straight they go. Oh, police got a lead on him right there, trying to block him out. Wow, did you see that roll by the interceptor? Down Memorial Drive, did a barrel roll. And they beat Plum Crazy. Here's a look at that again. Wow, right back on his wheels and throws in the block. Get back to work. No time for donuts. So, Plum Crazy's not going to make it through. That truck's going to the impound. Now it's Big Red's turn. He's letting the enforcers get through the interceptors. 2 of the interceptors up front and across the finish line, well ahead of Big Red. And Big Red's going to be joining Plum Crazy in the impound. And here goes Octane, the last truck for this round. Let's see if he can get across that finish line. Got a lead down the pipeline. He's blocking out that interceptor. He says, no way are you getting past me. Octane knows how to get it delivered. All right, so we got 3 going into this round. So we're going to do Mac and Yellow versus Rock and Roller. And the winner's going to face off against Octane. And Rock and Roller takes the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corner. No problem. Down Memorial Drive with a little drift. A little shimmy shimmy. And he's going to take that first win. See if Mac and Yellow can pull it out and take us into a tiebreaker. Needs this win from the inside. Rock and Roller taking the lead down to Divided. Oh, Rock and Roller gets ahead of him in the pipeline, throws a little bit of a block on him. and secures that win to go into that final round against Octane. Who's going to be the Roadmaster? Rock and Roller or Octane? Octane's been there before in our exhibition races. Rock and Roller says, well, oh, he had the pass and got jacked by Octane, and they both come to a halt. No replay on that one. You have to go back and look at that again. I know I'm going to. All right, here we go. Restart. Rock and Roller takes the lead through Calamity Corner. Down Memorial Drive, no contact. This time they're racing clean. And Rock and Roller takes that first win. Octane needs this one. He's on the inside. Gives him an advantage through that first 180. See if he can take it. And there he goes. Got the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corner, down Memorial Drive. And it's going to be Octane crossing that finish line first. And we are tied going into the tiebreaker. One of these trucks and drivers is going to be our very first Roadmaster. And there goes Octane with the lead down the pipeline. Or not Octane, that's Rock and Roller with the lead down the pipeline, being chased by Octane. And Octane just doesn't have it for Rock and Roller. And there you go, your Obsidian Mountain Big Rig Outlaws Roadmaster. He's Roadmaster for the first series, and next time we'll have a bunch of other trucks, a few of the same ones returning, and we'll do it again. See if Rock and Roller can hold on to that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the Big Rig Racing, new addition to the Obsidian Mountain race venue. And yeah, remember, we got that tournament coming up, the Aloha Invitational, although it is international because we have drivers coming from all over the world. Keep your roof to the sun. Aloha.